of 1988, the Philadelphia Eagles championship team of 1948 and 1949 reunited in Veterans Stadium. The gathering included Eagle greats of the past like Pete Pios, Concrete Charlie Bednarik, and former running back Bosh Pritchard, who still has a few good moves left. But it was the presence of one man in particular on this day that truly symbolized the eternal championship spirit. That man was Steve Van Buren. 40 years earlier, Steve Van Buren was the heart and soul of this very talented Eagle team. Number 15 was a powerful runner who preferred to go over defenders rather than around them. He led the NFL in rushing 4 times, and he still holds the all-time Eagles record for touchdowns in a season with 18. But it was when the stakes were highest, and when the snow was falling, that Steve Van Buren was at his best. A blizzard in Philadelphia on the day of the 1948 NFL Championship added a sense of high drama to the events that took place that day in Shibe Park.
The funny story is that Van Buren almost missed it. Steve woke up and there was this blizzard, and he didn't think the game was going to be played, so he was at home. They finally called Steve and say, "Well, all right." He says, "You mean we're going to play?"
So I caught the trolley. I had to catch 3 trolleys and walk about 6 blocks to the stadium.
Van Buren soon discovered that playing in the snow was far easier than commuting in it. He literally plowed through the snowdrifts and the Chicago Cardinal defense, gaining nearly 100 yards rushing and scoring the game's only touchdown early in the 4th quarter. On a day ruled by Mother Nature, one man's indomitable will lifted Philadelphia to its first NFL title.
Difference in the game, I must say, was Van Buren. I'm sure it must have slowed down their passing and running attack, and fortunately we had Van Buren. That's all there is to it.
1 year later, the Eagles defended their title in a quagmire of a championship game at LA's Memorial Coliseum. And once again, it was Van Buren leading the way. He amassed a then NFL postseason record 196 yards rushing as the Eagles prevailed over the Rams. Sadly and ironically, the man most responsible for Philadelphia's back-to-back titles came perilously close to not making the 40-year reunion. In August of 1988, Steve Van Buren, the toughest Eagle of them all, suffered a stroke. At best, he was told survival would mean permanent paralysis.
Steve was paralyzed in his face and his whole left side and almost died.
And the doctors didn't think I'd live. And that was only 2 months ago. And I didn't want to live. In fact, I was asking for a pistol to shoot myself in the hospital.
But this event, the reunion coming up November the 6th, ended up as a motivation for him, you see, because he said, "I'm going to make it back in time for that reunion." And he has had a fantastic recovery because that was his target, see. It put him on, that was his goal, to be ready for this reunion.
The same spirit that once drove Steve Van Buren through snow, sleet, and rain now enabled him to walk a distance doctors thought he could only cover in a wheelchair.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the greatest Eagle of them all, number 15, Steve Van Buren.
Thank you. I couldn't jog. I thought I was going to jog, but I couldn't jog.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the 48 and 49.
Okay, Pete.
Steve Van Buren, A champion then, a champion now, a champion forever.
I'll see you boys at the next reunion 30 years from now.